The world is not what it seems. We walk through our days bathed in the familiar light of the sun. We believe we know the shapes of things. We trust the ground beneath our feet. But when the sun sets, when the shadows grow long and swallow the corners of our world, other things begin to stir. There are places deep in the woods, along forgotten roads, even in our own backyards. Have you ever felt it? A sudden chill on a warm night, the feeling of being watched when you are completely alone. A sound you can't quite place, just at the edge of hearing. These are not just feelings, they are echoes of things that should not be, yet are. For centuries, people have told stories, whispered around campfires, passed down through generations. Tonight, we will not be dismissing anything. We will pull back the curtain and stare into the abyss. Our first story takes us to the quiet, sleepy town of Dover, Massachusetts. It was the spring of 1977. The air was just beginning to warm, filled with the promise of summer. For a group of teenagers, it was just another night. 17-year-old Bill Bartlett was behind the wheel, driving with two friends down the dark and narrow farm street. It was a road they knew well, a winding path cut through thick woods and lined with old stone walls. But on the night of April 21st, something was waiting for them on that familiar road. At first, Bill thought it might be a dog, a cat. But as they got closer, he slowed the car. It was something else entirely. Small, almost child-sized, with a pale, hairless body. Its limbs were long and thin, like sticks, and its head was huge, shaped like a watermelon. And then there were the eyes. Two large, round eyes that glowed in the headlights, orange like burning embers. No nose, no ears, no mouth. It just stared. Its long, spindly fingers curled around the top of the stone wall, gripping the rocks. Bill and his friends were frozen, terrified and confused as a cold dread washed over them. For a few terrifying seconds, they were right beside it. The creature slowly turned its oversized head to follow their movement. Bill stomped on the gas. They sped away into the darkness. Shaken, Bill immediately sketched what he had seen, desperate to capture the image burned into his memory. A few hours later, 15-year-old John Baxter was walking home and noticed a figure approaching in the moonlight. The figure had an unusual gait. John ran into the woods, burst into his house, and told his parents what he had seen. The next day, Abby Brabham saw the creature crouched by the roadside, pale, hairless, with large dark eyes. 3 separate sightings, 4 witnesses, descriptions matching with chilling consistency. Bill's sketch ran in the paper. The Dover Demon was born. Investigators scoured the area for tracks, hair, anything. They found nothing. Some called it extraterrestrial. Others suggest another dimension or an undiscovered animal. The lack of evidence makes it impossible to say. The Dover Demon remains one of the most compelling and perplexing creature encounters ever recorded. It left no clues, only questions. Our second story is more recent. It does not come from whispers or sketches. It comes from the cold, unblinking eye of a security camera. A Fresno homeowner, fed up with his dogs barking at night, set up a security camera to catch whatever was upsetting them. When he reviewed the footage, he found something truly bizarre. 2 figures cross his lawn. Very small, 3 or 4 feet tall, appearing as long white legs with a small torso or head above. They appear to have no arms, and they move with a strange gliding gait, like a pair of walking pants. One passes, then another follows. Purposeful, unbothered, not looking at the camera. The homeowner uploaded the clip. It went viral. People named them the Fresno Nightcrawlers. The footage was analyzed by amateurs and experts alike. Many cried hoax. Skeptics pointed to puppets, CGI, or costumes. Recreations exist, some convincing, but none match the original's strange movement perfectly. 4 years later, hundreds of miles away, Yosemite. Another camera captured a startlingly similar sighting. The footage is black and white. 2 pale, thin, leg-like figures walk up a slope with the same flowing, otherworldly gait. The smaller one even seems to struggle over a pipe, an odd detail that lends unsettling realism. Analysts compared frames, shadows, motion. The shadows matched the yard lighting, not a simple overlay. Recreations fail to copy the exact fluid movement. The knees and the glide, something about it resists imitation. A local Yokut legend speaks of stick people, spirit guardians of the mountains. Could these clips be modern sightings of ancient stories? The Nightcrawlers are a modern mystery, born of cameras. They are a ghostly reminder that surveillance can reveal what our eyes miss. 2 clips, different places and years, the same impossible image. The explanation remains elusive. What else walks through our yards and parks in the dead of night? For now, the Nightcrawlers remain an enigma. They march out of a nightmare and into our reality, captured only by unblinking lenses. Are they aliens, spirits, or something else entirely? The footage gives us proof, but not answers. For our final story, we travel back to the hills of West Virginia, September 12, 1952. A group of children playing at dusk saw a bright, pulsating red object streak across the heavens. It was red, it pulsed, and it seemed to land, or crash, on a nearby hill. The children, excited and then terrified, ran to get help. Mrs. May, a local mother, and a 17-year-old guardsman joined them up the hill. As they climbed, the air grew thick with a metallic, sulfurous mist that made them sick. They found a pulsing red sphere hovering just above the ground, about 50 feet away. Eugene Lemon flashed his light and saw something beneath the branches, a towering, 10-foot-tall creature. Its body was a pleated, skirt-like form with no visible arms or legs. Its head, a red, spade-shaped mask, bore two greenish-orange eyes. The eyes glowed, casting a sickly light. The creature appeared to float inches above the ground. When the flashlight hit it, it let out a long, hissing shriek that cut through the night. Panic erupted. The group scrambled down the hill, falling and vomiting, their faces swollen and throats sore from the fumes. They arrived at Mrs. May's house hysterical, covered in dirt and scratches, violently ill from the smell that clung to them. Reporters and investigators climbed the hill the next day. They found two long parallel grooves in the grass and a black, oily residue. Skeptics blamed an aircraft beacon, an owl backlit by light, or panic and farm chemicals. Each explanation fits some facts, not all. The witnesses never changed their story. For the rest of their lives, they insisted they saw a 10-foot, spade-headed monster glide toward them. The Flatwoods monster became national news, a classic 1950s creature scare that resists easy answers. Scorch marks, grooves, strange residue, tangible traces that begged questions. Did something land? Was a craft involved? Or was it an animal mistaken for something else? An owl silhouetted against light? The witnesses swore otherwise. The Flatwoods monster remains one of the most bizarre creature encounters in American history. Beware what you go looking for in the dark. You just might find it. 3 stories. 3 times our world revealed a small peek of the unknown. Credible witnesses, strange footage, and enduring mystery. If you liked this dive into the unknown, subscribe and ring the bell. And remember, when the lights go out, keep watching the shadows.